We're live.
Oh, hi!
Mascara application masterclass
For masters.
So, welcome to today's live. We are teaching you the best way to apply your mascara so that you get the best lashes of your life using the mascara that you already own.
Mascara tip.
Who is ready?
I
Put
am.
your hands up with me now.
I'm ready, miss.
Okay, right. So, I am going to be chatting you through ways to perfect your current mascara. If you do want to see what we're using in this live, then I have put the links above, or you can find them somewhere else, maybe even below, but they will be around. So hopefully you can see what we're using. But in this masterclass, I want the rewind. The tips I'm going to teach you, you're going to be able to do with what you already own.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing that lots of people ask are my mascara smudges.
Yes.
If your mascara smudges, then it could be that you need to try getting either a tubing lash mascara that will not smudge or a waterproof mascara. Or for many people, they're obsessed with their mascara, but it smudges, in which case I would say apply your mascara and then apply either a tubing mascara over the top or a waterproof mascara over the top to seal it.
Yeah, that really works for me, the sealing trick.
It really does. However, if you don't want to go to all that faff, I'm going to share with you a top technique that could stop your mascara smudging.
It stopped mine from smudging, I just want to say, yes.
Very good. And in a moment, we're going to get onto the application, but I think it's important that we do share with you the smudging tips, because I know that's an issue for lots of people.
Yeah.
So, often mascara smudging is caused either by naturally oily eyelids and or eye cream that hasn't soaked in enough or that has just a lot of oil in it. Because that oil, as your lashes touch your skin, that oil is transferring onto the mascara and breaking down that mascara and causing that to smudge. So often it's not the mascara that smudges per se, it's how it interacts with the oil on your eyes.
Yeah.
So my top tip for that is when you apply your eye cream, or if you have over oily eyelids, you really want to wait for that eye cream to soak in for a good 5 minutes. Then you're going to take some tissue, and after 5 minutes you're going to just press and soak up any excess oil, and you're going to do that on the top of your eyes and then on the bottom.
Do you know what, you since you told me that, I put my eye cream on now, then I brush my teeth, and that gives it time. Go and make a cup of tea, then come back before I start.
Yes.
Gives it a little bit of time.
Now, I would go one step further, and once you've done that step of blotting, I would take just a touch of translucent powder and I would dust where typically your mascara smudges. So for some people it's up here, especially if the eye has a little hood, that lash is going to knock onto that hood. So I would put a tiny bit of translucent powder here, and then if you're getting transfer from your bottom lashes underneath, I would put a touch of loose powder underneath. Now I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, but that will increase how, if my lines will look more emphasized. If you press in the loose powder into any crevices and creases, really press it in, that should help. The other thing you could do, if you're really like, oh no, I don't want to use loose powder, then I would say, if you're not going to do the technique of sealing in a smudgy mascara with either a tubing mascara or a waterproof one over the top, then I would say the only other option you have is to kind of remove the little tips of your lashes, which is a shame because that creates the length.
The overall look, yeah.
But there's some tips there that I hope are really going to help you with if you have smudgy mascara. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to teach you a way that probably most of you already know, but it's good for me to reiterate it. I'm going to teach you a way of creating incredible, fuller looking natural lashes before you even reach for your mascara. Because if you can make your lashes look fuller without even putting mascara on, then you're already winning, and you may not need to apply so much mascara.
Yeah, that's really good.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a waterproof, smudge-proof liner. This one I'm using here, if you want to see, there are links above or below, but this one is shade
Nubian brown.
It's shade brown, Nubian brown, and it is it's good.
Let me just change the batteries.
It's good. So the reason I love it as a makeup artist, it goes on really smooth, so it doesn't drag where we're going to put it. Also, once this dries, it's smudge proof. And the reason that's important is because we are going to line our upper waterline here.
Not as scary as it sounds.
Not as scary as it sounds. And I promise you, if you've not done this, do it once, you'll be a bit like, oh. Do it twice, you'll be like, Do it 3 times, you will never look back.
And especially if you've got a pencil that's not scratchy, if it's nice and smooth,
like
it's an
this
absolute breeze. Really is.
So most people, when they go to line their upper waterline, which is this part here, think, oh, I've got to line the whole waterline. That's quite tricky. So all you really need to do is line 3/4 of the way in, just on the top. And rather than kind of looking up and going like that, there's nothing worse than seeing an eye pencil coming towards you. So what you're going to do is just hold your eye up there, and then using your pinky finger as your stabilizer, you're going to gently now excuse me, because I'm looking, I need to look at myself to do this, because you are my mirror.
Not there.
You're going to go backwards and forwards. Try not, you're gonna blink, but try not to let that top lid touch the bottom lid until it's dry. So hold your lash, hold your eye up while it's drying. Okay, now this takes a few seconds to dry. So you're gonna go back up, and I've smudged it, so I'm gonna show you how to get rid of that smudge. That's quite normal for me to do a little smudge when I'm doing it. Okay, let that dry. Okay, give it a little waft, because you do not want that to still be wet when your eye shuts, because you don't want it to go on the lower lash line.
It's just for the top.
It's just for the top.
But that makes such a difference already.
Now, I've smudged mine because I haven't been able to do it in a mirror. Please forgive me.
You've ruined it.
So if you get a smudge like I have, I'm going to share with you a really good way to remove eyeliner smudges. That is, you're going to get your eye cream or any face cream, a little bit on the back of your hand, Q-tip, roll the Q-tip into the cream, and then you're simply going to wipe away with the damp end of the Q-tip. And then with the dry end of the Q-tip, you're going to mop up any residue. Okay.
Done.
So, already, I'm just going to come up close. Can you see these lashes are looking slightly more fuller than these lashes? And that's without putting mascara on. You might want to do a little bit more.
It's almost like a cheap eyeliner, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to look down and do it. It's easier like that for me.
It almost makes me look like I'm wearing mascara before I'm actually wearing it.
It does. And if you're someone that wants a no makeup look, or you get sweaty, so I'm just going to have to look in the mirror, Katie. I do apologise.
Please do. We want you to get it right.
Okay, so you can see very subtle difference. Now, if you're someone like me, I love full lash mascara. I feel like it really opens up my eyes, and but I realise not everyone is like that. So I'm going to show you natural look mascara, and I'm going to show you full lash mascara, but I'm going to teach you how you can change your eye shape with how you apply your mascara.
Well, you didn't tell me that.
Oh, I didn't tell you that, mate. And I tell you what else I'm going to tell you.
Talk to me.
If you've got a hooded eye, I'm going to show you a way to apply your mascara that makes your hooded eye looks more lifted.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
So this is very exciting. Okay, so let me just wipe off that off the back of my hand. Okay, so the mascara that we are using today is called Lash Star.
It's a good one.
It is a good one. Now, you can use these techniques with whatever you have already at home. If you do want to see what we're using, there are links above or below, depending on where you're watching this tutorial. Now, this is dual-ended, but you do not need a dual-ended mascara for these techniques. It's just the one that we're loving today. And I'm going to show you how... I'll get onto that later, why it's so good that it's dual-ended, but let's just pretend you don't have this and you're using mascara at home. So the first thing we want to do when we're applying mascara is, especially if it's a new mascara, we actually want to wipe off any excess. So when it comes out of the tube like that, can you see? You want to wipe off any excess.
Yeah, you don't want to put on too much, do you?
No, it's better to build up thin little layers and go that way. Now, the other thing I'm going to let you know about mascaras that you buy is, I say always give your mascara 5 days of use before you decide if you love it or not. Because many mascaras, when you first use them, are quite wet. And when they're quite wet, they're quite tricky to apply. But if you stick with that mascara that you've purchased for at least 5 days, getting used to the wand, you know, how much you need to apply, within 5 days, the formula will dry out just a little and you will find it so much easier to apply.
That changed everything for me, because when you told me this, I've thrown so many mascaras away thinking, oh, they're too wet, they're rubbish. Left them for 5 days.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So you're going to use them for 5 days. Don't leave them open for 5 days. You're actually just going to use them for 5 days, as you normally would. So when a mascara is new, always give it a little wipe like that. Okay. So we're going to focus on the top lashes first of all. Now I'm going to come up really close to show you this. So sorry, Katie, I'm just going to push you out the way. Now, excuse me, I'm getting close and personal.
No, don't sit down because your stool's moving.
No, don't move my stool when I sit down. Okay, so if you have a curved wand, okay, you want to turn the curve so that the hump is right on that base of that lash. If it's just a straight lash, straight wand, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to get most of the mascara on the root of our lashes here. When we get most of our mascara here and then sweep up with the leftover on the wand, that eliminates clogginess or too much clogginess. But what it also does is it ensures that your lashes look the fullest they can with the mascara that you own. Because when we concentrate on getting most of the mascara at the base of the lash, that is what makes our lashes look full and thick. So, top tip, you're going to hold your lash, you're going to actually rest your roots of your top lash onto the wand. You're almost blinking onto the wand and holding the wand there and just giving the wand a very micro movement like this. Blink.
It's just touching the base of the lashes, really.
Really, you want to feel that wand right on the root and you're going to blink down. Wiggle, wiggle, blink. Wiggle, wiggle, blink. Okay, can you see it's building up? Now, if you're someone that doesn't like a lot of lash and perhaps your mascara is really smudging up the top and you don't want to do the other tips that I've just explained about mascara that smudges, you could just have your mascara like that and it will not, because you haven't got any on the tips, it won't smudge up and hit any hood. So that's an option there. But I am going to show you full lash because I love a full lash. So can you see? I'm wiggling and then lifting off right on the root. Okay, once you've got your roots done, I'm going to go right into the corner there because it's important when we coat all the corners, inner and outer corners, that's what really helps show off our eye shape. So you don't just want to focus here, you want to go right into the corners, and that's where the tip of your mascara becomes really useful. Now you can see I'm smudging it, but I'll show you. Oh gosh, I'm really smudging it. Sorry, it's because I'm not looking in a mirror doing it. I'll show you how to clean up the mascara that you smudge at the end.
Well, you really pick up those baby lashes you didn't know you had when you go in the corner.
You really do. Okay, so this is one coat, okay? Now I typically, because I like quite a full lash, I would then go in with another coat, and in a minute I'm going to show you how you can play up your, and you can change up your eye shape with a mascara technique. So I'm going to wipe off. I'm going to do another lot. I'm just focusing on the roots. Just focusing on the roots. Okay. I'm going to do, can you see that extra layer I've done has really started to open up my eye. Okay. Then, for the tips, I'm not going to re-dip my mascara wand back into the mascara because I want the leftover. I want more on the roots of my lashes and the leftovers on the tips, and that's going to help eliminate a cloggy lash look.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So if your mascara wand is curved, this is where you'll use the curved side, but if it's just straight, you're just going to use the you know how it usually is. And you're just going to coat the tips very softly, feathering, tickling those tips, and then you're going to hold your wand vertically just to really separate them out and get a really lovely fanned out look like that.
It makes them really fluttery when you do it like that.
It really does. So by holding it vertically and coating the tips, it gives you a really lovely fluttery look. Right, I'm going to do the lower lashes. I'm going to share a really good tip with you if you keep getting mascara smudging down here. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you in a minute how you can change up your eye shape with your mascara. So for the bottom lashes, I'm not going to re-dip into the tube. I am going to show you a way that if you struggle applying mascara to the lower lashes, a way that's going to eliminate those smudges. So you're going to get a teaspoon, hold under. You don't have to do this. I'm showing you all the ways you can do. Hold under, and you're going to coat against the teaspoon. Okay. Now, not only is that going to stop mascara smudging, but it's also going to ensure that those lower lashes just look really pretty. Now, if you don't want to do like that with the spoon, because it's a lot of faff, so I'm going to look in the mirror. I'm going to firstly hold my wand horizontal. Is that horizontal?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Horizontal. And then I'm going to hold my wand vertically for length, like that.
My lashes look so long.
Now, I've smudged a little bit, but forgive me, I'm not doing this in a mirror. Okay. Now, that is basic mascara application. What I'm going to teach you now is, can I ask you to put the aircon on, Katie?
Oh,
I'm sweating.
She's sweating.
I always do in these lives.
Hope you deodorize.
I'm now going to show you ways you can change up the shape of your eyes with your mascara. So what we will do is we will dip in. So say you've done like one coat or two coats of your mascara.
And you can do this with any mascara.
You can do this with any mascara. If you want, actually, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to do two different techniques. This eye is going to look a lot more open. This eye is going to look a lot more elongated out that way. But to do that, I'm actually going to have to quickly apply mascara to this eye as well. So, Katie,
you do quick. I'm going to show my show my handiwork.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. I really struggle because I don't normally put mascara on my lower lashes until you suggested I did. And now I always do because it makes, I didn't even know I had lashes that long on my bottom lashes. but it looks so nice. And it looks quite natural, I think.
I think so.
I think the tip about taking the ends, you're not putting more mascara throughout your whole lash is a big deal, because as soon as you start going back in and applying more, that's when you're going to get clumpy lashes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just thin little layers. That's all you want. Now, I've done this lower lash, because I've done it so quick, I've gone quite cloggy. So I will get a spoolie like this. You can buy anywhere. But you could, if you've got an old mascara, you can wash it out, so you've always got a spoolie. And then if you've got really like cloggy lower lashes, take your spoolie and just brush out like that on your spoon, and that will really help declog anything. Katie, you might have to take over again while I fix up.
As you can see, I didn't need to declog.
That's because you've got a mirror.
No, I think it's just because I'm fantastic at applying mascara. No, I honestly, I really, really love that mascara. And I think it just looks so pretty and natural.
It does.
I'm saying that.
No, you do. It looks lovely.
That's good.
Okay, so I've got 2 coats on this eye, 1 coat on this eye. I'm going to make this eye look quite elongated, and this I'm going to do more open. What I'm going to show you next, you can do tomorrow with your mascaras, or even today if you're not wearing any mascara. Okay, so with your mascaras, if you want your eye to look more open, you're going to go in, you're going to coat your mascara in the way I showed you first of all, but then on your second or third application, depending on how many layers you like to apply, you are going to apply slightly more in the middle here. And when you want to elongate, you're going to apply slightly more on the outer corners. So let's make this our more open eye look, which is fantastic if you have a hooded eye. So for that, I'm going to just build up the intensity right in the middle. So this section of lash here on the top and on the bottom. So I'm just going to do that. Now what I love about this mascara is one end is for fullness, but because I want to add length now, I'm going to use the other end. And that's a great little tip. If you don't have this mascara, you can use a thickening mascara to start with, and then you can do these little extra tips with a lengthening mascara. And sometimes using 2 different mascaras together can give you a really, really beautiful look.
It gives more to play with as
it's
well,
more to play with. So you might have, create fullness first and then go in and create length. So with the thin end on this mascara, I'm going to focus right in the middle. And to get the look of length, you really want to then concentrate on the tips of the lashes. Can you see?
So it really
Concentrating on the tips will give a lot more look of length to those, just in the middle there. Okay, I'm going to build that up some more. You can see if your eye is hooded, having really longer looking lashes is really going to help open the eye out. You can see, like, I'm starting to get a little hood there, but on this side the hood does not look as much as it does here.
It makes a massive difference.
It really
compared
does.
to the other eye, doesn't it?
It really
makes it
does.
look so much longer.
So bottom lashes the same.
Just in the middle.
Just in the middle here. Get right on the tips, tickle the tips there. So you're getting a real open eye effect. And then I'm going to show you how to get elongated on this side. Okay, thank you for staying with us if you're watching.
It's very difficult doing mascara and talking.
It's very pressured when you're trying to teach and do mascara and try and make it look half decent at the same time. Okay, then on this eye, we've done 1 coat, but we're going to now concentrate, rather than concentrating in the middle, we're going to concentrate just on the upper corner lash here, not the bottom, just the top lash, because if we just concentrate on the top lash, it's going to elongate upwards, which is what we want. We want our eyes to go upwards.
Yeah, it's almost like a natural flick, isn't it?
Oh, poke myself.
Well, don't do that.
Okay, so just on the outer corner, really at the corner there. Let me move in closer, you can see. Really at this point here. Keep building it up, keep building it up. Let's put a little bit more on. How are you getting on, Katie?
Yeah, It's like I can't see where these lashes are actually coming from.
No, it's good, isn't
You know?
it? Now.
I think that makes a massive difference on mine.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, it does. So 2 different techniques, depending on what you prefer, what you want to do on any given day. Of course, you could not wear any mascara and just do that little tip we shared at the start. If you're only just joining us now, you need to watch all of this because there's some really great tips in here.
Especially the liner tip on my waterline, because that has made a massive difference to this one, I think. This would, for me, would be, or if I'm going on a night out, I'd probably go extra.
I mean, I'm terrible because I do it every day.
And you don't even go out.
And I don't go anywhere. I only come here. I only do it for you, Katie.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay, so can you see? Elongated, fanned up, more open. You decide, what do you prefer? Open or elongated?
Yeah, let us know what you prefer.
So, there's some little mascara tips there. Stay tuned because... Oh, another tip. If you do get mascara smudging, you can do exactly what I showed you with the eyeliner smudge. Take a tiny bit of eye cream or face cream, back of the hand, little Q-tip. Take off any excess and then just... any areas that you've smudged, you can just clean up.
Just like a little rubber, isn't it?
Just like a little eraser. Okay, Katie, you have a really good little life tip, don't you?
I do, just in time for the weekend, because
Lovely.
that's a chore day for me.
So is this life tip for chores?
This is life tip for chores. Something I've been thinking about is sometimes, you know, when you get carried away, I do particularly, I get up in the morning and then I might have a cup of tea and then I start tidying, cleaning and doing everything. And you end up spending hours when you didn't intend to because you're like, while I'm here, I might as well do that, I might as well do that.
Because also when I clean, I end up procrastinating. Like I find things, go, oh, what's that then? Start looking stuff and just...
go through that drawer that's been there for hours, for years and years.
So what you're going to share with it, does it stop procrastination?
It stops procrastination. Well, I think it does. I think it stops procrastination. And it's just one of those things that I think it's just made my life easier. So, I've been online and I've bought this. No, I'm not cooking giant eggs. This is to set up when I'm about to start cleaning. This one's a 30-minute one.
Yeah.
So just tip it over and... I'm like gamifying my cleaning regime. So I have to get everything done in my kitchen. Everything has to be done by the time the sand has gone through.
And how long does this sand
This
last?
one's 30 minutes. But you can buy different
timings.
Yeah. But I'm not cleaning for more than 30 minutes.
So basically, you're setting yourself deadlines to get stuff done. So it stops you procrastinating.
Yeah.
So I would say, I would probably use this in all areas of my life.
Yeah.
I
suppose like if you're working, you have to get something done.
I'd probably just chat to you for 30 minutes and then just stop halfway through the conversation.
I'm sorry, it's finished.
No, in all seriousness, I would use this for, especially at work. If you've got one of those horrible tasks at work that you're like, you know those tasks that you put off and you put off?
Yeah.
If you do that task first of all, it's done, it's over with. But if you add this to it, you know that you've got to beat the clock.
Yeah, it just gamifies it and makes it a bit fun, really.
And any time, if you put a deadline to anything, you always, most of the time, meet that deadline.
Yeah.
It's done, you can get on to the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's so true. Always get yourself a deadline for everything.
Love it.
Not for eggs, thank you.
So we hope you've loved this live. Maybe also say, on a previous live, we asked for lots of your feedback on what we could teach you in these live masterclasses. And so many of you gave us your feedback.
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
We have put all your feedback in a spreadsheet and we're going to work our way through them.
Yeah, so when we do our meetings with our timer, we're going to go through each one and see what we can do to help.
Yeah, so if you have any ideas for lives that you would like to learn, let us know. We are here to serve.
Should we say it together?
Here to serve. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sending you loads of love. And I must let you know, for those of you that were watching the live last week, our tech issue live,
Get sorted.
I spoke to Deborah, who's going to teach us facial exercises, and she is coming in middle of March.
So yeah, stay tuned.
She's
for
actually
that.
not virtually, physically coming in.
Yeah, because we're not good with tech, as you may
So
have
that's very
realised.
exciting. Anyway, send your look to love.
Lots of love.
Lots of love.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day.